Hello friends, most welcome to my YouTube channel and the crash course of Psycholinguistics. In the previous video we discussed about language production, and in this video we will discuss about language comprehension in psycholinguistics. We will also discuss stages of language comprehension, and then we will discuss language comprehension as a top-down and also as a bottom-up processing. Language comprehension refers to the process of understanding and interpreting spoken or written language. This involves not only understanding the individual words but also comprehending the meaning and context of the entire message being conveyed. It involves various cognitive processes including attention, perception, memory, and reasoning, and language comprehension is essential for effective communication and interaction with others. Psycholinguistics, language comprehension is studied as a cognitive process that involves different stages such as phonological processing, the processing of sounds, lexical access, accessing the meanings of words, parsing that is related to syntax, and that is to identify the grammatical structure of the sentence, and discourse processing, that is the integration of information from different parts of the text or utterance. Language comprehension primarily involves the left hemisphere of the brain, particularly the Wernicke area, which is located in the temporal lobe. The Wernicke area is responsible for understanding and processing language, including spoken and written language. When we hear or read a word, our Wernicke area is activated, enabling us to comprehend and understand the meaning of language. During language comprehension, the listener or reader constructs mental representations of the meaning of words and sentences based on the context in which they occur. This process is influenced by various factors such as the knowledge and expectations of the listener or reader regarding the language being used, the communicative intent of the speaker or writer, and the salience of particular words or phrases in the message. What are the stages involved in language comprehension? The first one is phonological processing. At the first stage of language comprehension, the listener or reader processes the sounds of the speech or text and recognizes the individual phonemes or sounds that make up each word. The second stage is lexical access. Once the listener or reader has identified the individual phonemes, they access the meaning of the words in their mental lexicon or mental dictionary. This enables them to assign meaning to the words they have read or heard. The third step is parsing, that is related to syntax. The next step in language comprehension involves parsing or identifying the grammatical structures of the sentence. This involves determining the syntactic relationship between the words in the sentence and identifying the roles each word plays in the sentence. Okay, the fourth stage is discourse processing. In this stage, the listener or reader integrates information from different parts of the discourse, such as sentence, paragraphs, or longer text, to create a coherent mental representation of the message being conveyed. This involves using context and prior knowledge to infer the meaning of elements that may not be explicitly stated, such as implicit assumption and unstated connections between ideas. The fifth step is inference. Finally, language comprehension may involve making inferences based on the information provided in the discourse. This involves drawing conclusions based on the information that was provided and filling in information that was not explicitly stated based on background knowledge and context. Stages are not always sequential and can overlap. Psycholinguistics seeks to understand how these processes operate, how they differ across individuals, and how they are influenced by factors such as learning, context, and individual differences. Okay, now let's discuss language comprehension as a combination of top-down and bottom-up processing. Bottom-up processing refers to processing information from the sensory input, such as analyzing the individual sounds or letters in a word. At the first stage of language comprehension, bottom-up processing is involved in phonological processing, where the listener or reader processes the sounds or letters of the speech or text. Top-down processing refers to the use of prior knowledge, expectations, and context to guide processing. During the later stages of language comprehension, top-down processing is involved in parsing, discourse processing, and making inferences. For example, a listener can use their expectations about the topic of discussion to guide their comprehension of speech, or reader can use their knowledge about the genre of a text to anticipate the content of a new passage. Language comprehension involves both bottom-up and top-down processing. The the bottom-up processing ensures that the sensory information is accurately processed and recognized. Then the top-down processing uses prior knowledge, expectations, and context to guide processing, disambiguate meaning, and resolve ambiguity. This combination of processes allows individuals to efficiently comprehend language even when faced with complex or ambiguous input. Okay, now you can see on the screen language comprehension as a bottom-up and also as a top-down processing. As a bottom-up processing, first there is phonological processing, then lexical access, and then parsing. And at the end we will have discourse processing. And as a top-down processing and language comprehension, there is first prior knowledge, then expectation, and then maybe there is context. So in language comprehension and top-down processing, the prior knowledge or the expectation or the context is used to comprehend the language. Okay, thanks for watching the video, and please do not forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. See you in the next video. Take care.